couple up are Dave and Terry Whittington. Terry and Dave are both involved with the TGIF board. Dave is actually in charge of booking the bands each week. Terry's is in spin classes at least once a week, she's in mine, and Dave is part of the bicycle group. Dave has also formed a motorcycle riding group that meets every week. They attend many packed performances and go to rock and rollers dances along with dances from other clubs. Terry and Dave, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
I'm really happy to have you.
Thank you.
And as I was saying to you before we started rolling, it's really wonderful to see you outside of the spin class.
That's true.
We all look different.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, I always start with 3 questions, and the first question is, where are you from?
I'm from Medford, Oregon.
Nice.
That's where I was born and lived in for about 29 years.
And Dave?
Fort Dodge, Iowa.
Where?
Fort Dodge, Iowa.
Oh, Fort Dodge, Iowa. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then when did you guys come to California? Did you come together or separately?
Separately.
No, we didn't. We met in Phoenix.
Oh, that's right.
Would you like me to tell it?
Yes.
Go ahead, Terry.
Go ahead.
We met in Phoenix, and we got married there. And then Dave's in the insurance business and always moving around to different companies or being transferred. So we came to California, and what year was that?
74.
74. Yeah. So we've been in and out of California a few times. We've lived a lot of other places.
Oh, okay. Okay. And now you're here to stay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is another question. It should be pretty simple. How long have you been a couple?
52 plus years.
52 plus
In
years.
fact, our anniversary is Sunday.
Oh,
52
Sunday.
years.
Happy.
Yeah.
You've been married 52 years?
We'll be, yeah, 52 years on Sunday.
Okay, that's married. How long have you been a couple?
Well, a year before,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
53.
53 years.
Yeah.
And you're still together.
Yeah.
And-
Wonderful. Happy anniversary, by
Thank
the
you.
way.
Well, thank you.
Okay, and how long have you been in Laguna Woods?
Moved here in February of 2011.
It's
Okay.
about 15 years.
Well, not quite.
Oh,
It will be,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we bought the place in 2009. We were living in Hawaii, and we had friends that lived here in Laguna Woods, and they told us about it. So they sent us a globe. We looked through it, flew over for a vacation to see our kids, and found the place and bought it, and then rented it out for 2 years until I retired.
good idea. So actually, the first question was, where are you from? And you're from a lot of places.
Right.
But it's okay, we got the first and the last, and that's cool. All right. And okay, so let's go on to the really important thing. How'd you meet?
You can tell that one.
Oh, well, we both lived in the same apartment complex in Phoenix, and I would see him walking around, but he wasn't a bit interested in me because he was dating another woman. And then he had a dirt bike motorcycle, and my brother was a professional motorcycle racer when he came back from Vietnam in LA. And so I was a little bit interested in, been around them.
Right.
And so he'd be out working on his bike in the parking lot, and I'd stop and try to have some conversation.
Was he still involved with this other woman?
Oh, I guess, I don't know. It was not real serious. But anyway, so, and then I was impressed with him then, but then he was impressed with me because I had a color TV.
Oh, because you had color TV.
All I had was a little 17-inch black and white, and the other thing that really impressed me is she came out and helped me fix a clutch cable on my motocross bike.
I think that's more impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes it pays to have a brother.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. She invited me over for a dinner and watch a TV show, and I said, "Do you have a color TV?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, I'll be there."
So
And that was it? That was how it started?
Yes.
Yeah, we were together dating and everything for about a year.
So hold on a second. So Terry invited you over for dinner
Yes.
and to watch TV.
Yes.
And okay, and then you went home. How soon after that did you call her and ask her to do something?
Oh, I don't know.
Pretty soon after that, but then not too long after we had met, I went back to Baltimore because I worked for an insurance company, and they sent me back to a 6-week school in Baltimore. So we kind of didn't see see each other, but I could,
you were in
I'd send her
touch.
cards and
Oh.
stuff, and then when I came back from Baltimore, that's when it really started.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you waiting for him to?
Yes, and one postcard he sent, he signed it, "Love, Dave."
Oh.
And I thought, oh, wow, this might be going somewhere. So anyway, so we were together, like I said, dated for about a year. And then we got married in Phoenix. Both of our families came down there.
Nice.
And then from then, it was just one move after another all over the place.
So it's like being an army wife.
Oh, yeah. But we were in San Diego longest.
Yeah,
Our boys were born there, and
Where'd you live in San Diego?
by San Diego State.
Okay. Nice.
And Dave worked it down in the valley,
I worked for an insurance company down
Mission Bay Valley. or
No,
something.
I actually worked close to Balboa Park in the
Yeah.
office building down
So
there.
you could just go to the park on your
I
lunch
did at
hour.
lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. And so
Yeah.
your kids were raised in San Diego?
Well, till they were,
Middle school, 6th grade, 5th grade.
I think 9 years down to 8 years.
So did you work while
I worked in banking. I had been in banking for a number of years, and mortgage banking, and then I worked until we had the kids,
Yeah.
the boys, and then I stayed home, and then every move after that I would diddle in some kind of work.
would you my parents lived in the same house all the time.
Oh.
And then when I lived in the same house for 25 years when I had kids. So I didn't have this moving around a lot. How did you handle that?
Well, in Medford, where I grew up, my dad was a home builder,
Okay.
just a single home builder.
Right.
So he would build a house, we'd move into it, then we'd be there about a year, and then he'd sell it, and get the money to build another house. So I was used to moving around in Medford.
Okay.
And then Dave was definitely on the road with his family a
Yeah, my
lot.
dad was in construction.
Okay.
He worked on Davis Dam, Shasta Dam, a dam up in Montana. So when I was, we moved to different job
So
sites.
you'd go to different schools all the time.
Oh, yeah, I was
Yeah.
always a new kid.
Yeah. And you must have been I don't know, you were in Medford, so you were
Right.
the same area.
Right,
Right.
changed schools a couple
Right.
times.
So then being married to somebody where you have, how long, well, you stayed in San Diego for a number of years, but then if you were moving around, how did you, I have a lot of stuff. And the thought of
Yeah.
moving is so difficult.
Fortunately, the companies always paid our moves,
Oh, okay.
and they'd come and pack and everything, and we had a little house in San Diego, about 1,000 square feet,
Yeah,
about
and
the
then we
size
moved
of
to the bigger house.
right, and so we just didn't have a lot of room to collect things, and I've never really been much of a collector, and so. Then when we went to Kansas, we were there for 9 years.
Okay. Oh, so you weren't moving every year?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And then after 9 years, our oldest son started University of Kansas, and the other one had just finished high school. So then we came back out here. I was sick of the Midwest. I said, we're going back to the West Coast.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
the company came to me and said, we're opening an office in Orange County. Are you interested? And I said, well, let me go home and talk to Terry. And I went home. I said, I got a chance to go back to California. You said yes, didn't you? She was already packed after I got the sentence done.
Yeah.
You don't have to take a pay cut when you move to California, do you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Because it's such a nice place, I would think that maybe they.
No,
No,
they
not
paid me
with
more
the
to come back
Oh,
out here.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then that job, they transferred around, and then I ended up going to work in Alpine,
Oh,
Out of San
out
Diego.
of San Diego, and we lived up in Pine Valley, which is right at the base of the Laguna Mountains. It's only 1,500 people in the town.
it's a beautiful area.
Oh, yeah, we would get snow up there, and
Terry, do you ever ride motorcycles?
I've been on his bike with him twice.
Oh.
And that's it.
You know how to fix one, but you don't go on it.
Yeah, that's his thing.
well, she used to go to the races with me and
Yeah.
see me come off the track after I'd crashed or something.
But no, I don't enjoy. That's his thing.
And your kids, you have 2 sons, right?
Yes,
And do they ride?
yes. Yeah, the older son, Kurt, works for the Motorcycle Industry Council.
Oh, okay.
So that's his job. And the younger son, Chris, he and I share a motorcycle at the track. And then I have a, and then he owns.
What do you mean? I'm not familiar with this.
Well,
You go to a track?
We go to a racetrack up in Riverside called Adams, and we ride. They look like dirt bikes, but they're really set up to also ride on the pavement.
Okay.
So we ride on this small track up there with this Honda.
Do you race people on the track?
No, you don't really. Well, you kind of, but it's more just practice.
Okay, all
You'll
right.
go out in a group, and they split us up into different levels of
Okay.
experience. So if you're a newbie, you go out in the beginners and the
Right,
intermediate.
got it.
Then they will have a group for the people that actually race on that track, and they'll run together. So we've been doing that 10 years.
Oh, that sounds really neat. Not that I want to do it, but that sounds really neat.
Yeah, it's fun,
It's a nice
yeah.
way to do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we
So
keep
you
it-
share a bike with him?
Yeah, we bought this Honda, and then so we'll go to the track, and I'll ride with one group, and he'll ride with another group. So
Got
then we
it.
both
Got it.
use the same bike.
And you have kids in LA, grandkids in LA?
Yes, well, they're all young. Well, they're all in Orange County.
Oh, your grandkids
Yeah,
are in
oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the oldest one. She is 20, but she lives at home with her dad. And then his first marriage ended, and then he remarried, and now they have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Oh,
And the younger son, they live
In Orange.
Fountain Valley.
No, the older son lives in Fountain Valley.
Yeah, okay. And they have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old.
nice.
So, and that's who we've taken care of them
Right.
since they were infants.
Right.
Because
Ni-
mom is always, she has a very good career, so.
Nice. How fortunate for you that you're that close.
Oh, we just love it.
My
yes.
grandkids, my three grandkids are in Washington State, so I only see them sporadically.
Uh-huh.
I have one close by, and so I see him every week.
Oh, well,
Right.
good.
But it's really a treat. He's only a year old, and I'm discovering the treat.
oh,
What a treat it is to have your grandkid right near you.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it sure is.
Yeah.
We just love every minute
Yeah,
of it.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, I've been going to soccer games
Yes,
for half my life, I
know.
think.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
yes. And then we've had basketball games. and-
Basketball and track,
Right.
Yeah.
all that stuff.
You still have your chair that you bring with you every.
Oh, yes, we just keep them in the car.
Are you the only grandparents who attend, or are there
No, well, the older son, his mother-in-law, and they live close
Okay.
by. But the younger one, she's out, she lives by herself, and she's way out in the desert, so she doesn't come very often. But
When my kids played soccer, there was one set of grandparents that would come, and like nobody else had grandparents there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really a special thing for grandparents to come to your events.
oh,
I
it
think,
is,
yeah.
it is. We even went to the last soccer that they had, like, end of the season 2 weeks ago. We went to their little
But
party.
it can be a little exhausting as you're cheering for your kid.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I just got the 2-minute warning.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
It's been a pleasure having you on. I'm really
Well,
happy
thank
to see you. Thank
Well,
you so
we've
much.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And
great.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Well, thank
Merry Christmas
you.
and Happy New Year to you.
You bet.
If you'd like to come on to the show, email us at lwvcouples@gmail.com. Include your name, phone number, and email address, and brief description of your story.